peeps? We got the battle today going. I think it's me versus the world on this one, but I'm up for the challenge. I'm in my version of the Batmobile called the Daltonmobile, headed to Gotham City right now. Yeah, I map quested that shit, and I'm on my way now. It's all about research, alright? It's Chris Nolan's Batman Begins and Dark Knight versus Tim Burton's Batman and Batman Returns versus Joel Schumacher's My Boy, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, alright? I know, I'm pressed up against the wall. Everybody's saying hell and no. I'm proving it tonight. That 3 and 4, baby, are the top dogs of that junkyard, alright? Guess I'll just have to prove it. Let's take a look right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to open up this vault. It wasn't easy getting the password, but I got it, and I'm going to discuss this fantastic movie franchise. What's the password, you say? Well, I have to say it anyway to open this thing. Here we go. Batman Loves DTV. Open. What'd I tell you? We're going to discuss the man, the myth, the legend, and see what director made the best out of the two movies that he had to deal with. Gotham City. That's the battleground. There's the Batmobile. It's time. We're going right through the damn doors and figuring it all out. Who made it the best? Nolan, Schumacher, or Burton? Started off with Tim Burton's Batman #1. And personally, my favorite out of every single Batman. It is definitely the best. And we're rating this on a 2-star scale. 2 being amazing. 1 being picking his nose. 1 being okay, and 0 goose egg being that movie was a big hunk of crap. Now, Jack Nicholson, in my POV, okay, best Joker, alright? He beats out Heath, alright? Heath was cool, no doubt, definitely cool, but he didn't act like the Joker. He just acted like a crazy psychopath. Okay, there's going to be a lot of comic book peeps that are like, well, that's how he was in the comics. I disregard all comics. The comic book is thrown out the window. Let me just interrupt this just so Batman can kick his ass because I'm sick of looking at your face!
Excuse me. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Oh! Oh, wait. I'm going to have him hit the bell on the rebound because that'll hurt just as bad. Bam! Again.
You idiot! You made me. Remember? You dropped me into that vat of chemicals. That wasn't easy to get over. Don't think that I didn't try.
Amazing. Love it. Bitch. Yeah, so this is definitely a 2-star flick. Was fantastic. A little too much with the love story between Bruce and Vicky Vale, but I'm going to give it 2 stars, no doubt. This movie kicked the rating system. Team Burton, Batman, bam, 2 stars, no doubt. You see how this works? And then we're going to total it out, and we're going to see Team Nolan, Team Burton, Team Schumacher. We'll see who wins. It's anyone's game. Now we're on to Batman Returns, Tim Burton's second Batman film. I know we're looking at the Penguin right now, and he is an ugly dude. But I still think my Batmans 3 and 4 are going to take this one. Joel Schumacher, baby.
You don't really think you'll win, do you?
Yes, I do. Back me up.
Things change.
There you go. Things change. Because nobody would think that 3 and 4 is going to win this battle. But I think it will. We'll see. There was some badass stuff in this, alright? Hey, baby. Purr for me.
Yeah.
Badass. Definitely badass, alright? This just had its dry spots, alright? This movie did not have perfect skin, okay? I'm going to put it in that type of an example. There was acne on this film, okay? There were some cool parts. There were some boring parts. Christopher Walken, he didn't really do much for me, and I love Christopher Walken, but he didn't really do much for me. But we're going to have Penguin fly away right now, and I'm going to rate this movie.
I saw him first. Gotta fly.
Yeah, you gotta fly, but you ain't gonna get a high score. You're going up, but the score is going down. Michael Keaton basically just watched the score go away because he could have done it. If this movie was awesome, it definitely would have been the best out of the bunch. Let's go to the ratings. Team Burton, Batman Returns. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give it a 1 star. Not bad, not great. Middle road, middle road. Now it's on to Team Schumacher. Now it's time for Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever. He does a commando style Batman getting ready. That's badass. I don't. Grabbing each weapon. So cool. I don't know anybody could say this isn't cool. Batman Forever introduced Robin. And I don't know about you, peeps, but I think Robin's badass, alright? He was cool. Chris O'Donnell played the part, rocked it out. Gotham City had this neon, as you can see like in the background, had the neon goodness going. The original Burton stuff was very dark, very gritty. That was kind of cool, but I would prefer living in this Gotham City and watch people go crazy in this Gotham City. But let me get the cast of Batman Forever to make you guys sort of realize. I'll ask the Riddler and maybe Batman could back me up on that. If these people don't see this one as being a 2-star flick, what do you think?
Please! You're as blind as a bat!
That is true.
Exactly.
There you go. Show them why. Bam. That's some cool stuff with the eyes. Little explosion. Do some fireworks. Because I'm giving this movie 2 damn stars. Look at the lights. I mean, it's visually stimulating every which way you look. The Riddler and Two-Face were badasses, the villains. Team Schumacher, Batman Forever, definitely 2 stars. Shazam. The Batmobile was definitely cooler in these ones though, but that, you know, that's just a side note. That's just a little side note, a little fun fact, okay? Back to the movie. Now it's time for Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin, alright? Warning, warning, there is man-ass in this, but regardless of that, it's badass, besides the man-ass and the nipples. I love the commando-type shiz right here. Alright? Censored. Censored. Enough man-ass, please. Alright? Just grab the weapons, put on the boots, that's cool. Helmet on. Grab the weapons. Oh, I want all of those weapons in my room. So bad. Okay, now this movie was badass, okay? Yes, it was corny. Yes, it was campy, alright? But it was non-stop action, and it focused on the battle, okay? It had no side love story mumbo-jumbo, okay? This guy is actually a security guard that works on Christopher Nolan and Tim Burton's lot. And he's begging Mr. Freeze. He's like, please, can you show me some mercy? Those movies were made and based off the comic book. It's not. We're not reading a comic book. We're watching a movie. Let's see what Mr. Freeze, my favorite villain, has to say about that.
Please, show some mercy.
Mercy? I'm afraid that the condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy.
Amazing. Dude, Arnold Schwarzenegger, come on. Best villain, no doubt. Okay, I'm going to give Batman and Robin 1.5 stars. Okay, I'm going to take the half point away because there's a couple parts. When Batgirl comes in and beats the snot out of Poison Ivy and saves Batman and Robin, and they look at her like they don't know who she is, and Alicia Silverstone goes, Bruce, it's me, Barbara. And they're like, oh, it's Barbara. I couldn't tell. Everything, you have the blonde hair, you have this, you've been living in my house, I can't tell it's you. It's a little ridiculous. A little ridiculous that they didn't know it was her, so I find that a little phony baloney. And, yeah, I'm going to have to say there's a couple man-ass shots that aren't needed. I don't know if your freaking Joel's like, oh, well, please, the ladies. You know, maybe he's a pimp. I don't know. And the freaking nips on the shirt, on the suit, rather. If Alfred came up to me and it was like, Master Bruce, I finished making your suit. And I'd be like, oh, well, thank you, Alfred. Thank you very much. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. And he goes, I did the liberty of putting nipples on there. I'd be like, Can you please take the nipples off? We don't need nipples on my bat suit. That people are going to make fun of me. And what if a villain tries to grab it and give me a purple nurple? So, no good, Alfred. Alright, so I'm going to deduct half point for that. The rest is badass. Can't be sure. But it's still cool. Alright, Arnold Schwarzenegger. A freeze is coming. Amazing. Okay, now it's time for Nolan. Let's take a look. Okay, unfortunately I don't own Batman Begins because that movie sucks major ass. It's very long. It's very boring. The Scarecrow was ruined. I mean, he's a cool character and they F that up. And Michael Caine is Alfred? Hell no, he's not Alfred. The Alfred from the other Burtons and the Schumachers. That's Alfred. Michael Caine, alright, I give you the fart noise. That's how bad Michael Caine is. Morgan Freeman, okay. But, man, that movie is so boring. I hate Bale as Batman. I'm going to give it, just to be nice, okay? I'm going to give it a half, okay? I shouldn't, but I'm going to give it a half, okay? No good. It's boring. Alright, you know what? I'll be nice to the peeps because I know everyone's like comic book savvy, okay? So I'll give it a 1, alright? Look at that. That's a 1. That's a good, that's decent. That's like Batman Returns, although I think that one's way better. Okay, we'll be back. Alright, Dark Knight. Nolan nailed this one out of the park. We are talking old school Sammy Sosa. We're talking old school Mark McGuire home run, okay? Amazing. Okay, Joker, he was awesome. Heath Ledger killed it. I didn't think he was going to do it. I thought he was going to really kill the part, make it like a team bopper piece of shit. But he nailed this movie, and I'm going to do a joke in his honor. When do police officers smell? You give up? When they're on duty. That's a pretty good joke. Oh, he's laughing.
I thought my jokes were bad.
Hey, you don't say that.
Pull your head off. How about a magic track?
See, this part is so badass. Alright, this is really the ultimate part.
Make this
Definitely.
disappear.
Oh boy, here we go. Bam.
It's gone.
Amazing. He made this movie. He made this movie a 2-star movie. I applaud you, sir. He killed it. Christian Bale wasn't as bad. I did have Two-Face problems with this. I do believe Tommy Lee Jones is better. Why? Because Aaron Eckhart died right basically after he became Two-Face. So that kind of sucked. But he made this movie. He totally kicked ass. Nolan, I bow down to you, sir. And hello, Joker. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I don't know where that came from. Dark Knight, no doubt. 2, baby. A big 2. Now let's do the math. 1 and 2. Total, 3. 2 and 1. Total, 3. 2 and 1.5. 3.5. Winner. Schumacher! Okay? That's what I'm saying, peeps. If you disagree with this, I mean, the rating system is right here. I mean, shake-a-bow-bow, shake-a-bow-bow, and shake-a-bow-bow. So, if you have a prob, you know, hit me with a comment. This, I think it's right here. Maybe you guys, you know, we just did the math on this, shlam bam. So, hit me back. Let me know what you think, alright? Peace out, peeps.